Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm going to talk to you about Mexico in World War II. And Mexico fought in the Pacific Theater of World War II, helped defeat Japanese imperialism. And it's not a well-known fact. And the History Guy just did a video about the Mexican Expeditionary Air Force, and I highly recommend that you guys check it out. Okay, here's the thing. All right, Mexico prior to World War II, they were very distrustful of the United States and the United Kingdom, and there were a lot of oil industries in Mexico owned by the USA and the UK, and Mexico nationalized them. And because of that, the United States and the United Kingdom severed ties with them. But when World War II came around, yes, the majority of the Mexican population was opposed to the war. But when the United States entered the war, about 15 to 20,000 Mexican citizens went to the United States and volunteered to fight with the U.S. military. And there were also about 500,000 Mexican Americans that fought with the U.S. military in World War II as well. Well, the war started creeping more towards Mexico, particularly when German U-boats sank 2 Mexican tankers that were delivering supplies. So the United States, and particularly FDR, convinced Mexico to be part of the war effort. Now, while Mexico didn't send troops at first, they allowed the U.S. to bring their defense industries to Mexico, and Mexico was the largest wartime manufacturer for the United States outside of the United States. And that boom to Mexico's economy, that was called actually the Mexican Miracle. And still no combat units, but finally it was convinced that that Mexico have a combat unit as long as it was completely under Mexican control. And it was Mexican Expeditionary Air Force, it was a fighter squadron. And while their service in the Pacific Theater was brief, they played a key role. They dropped about 250,000 pounds worth of bombs, fighter squadron, but some of the fighters that the military had were fighter bombers. And they also fired about 167,000 rounds worth of ammunition. One of the Mexican pilots, Reynaldo Gallardo, said he thought that the Americans looked down on them and were racist towards them. And he got in an argument with an American pilot over the radio over something. And when they landed, he found out the American pilot was about 3 times his size. And extremely aggressive, but Reynaldo Gallardo didn't back down, and the two eventually became friends. And they are credited with saving the lives of a lot of U.S. soldiers of the 25th Infantry Division because they flew very well and very proficiently, and they did a lot of ground support missions for America's 25th Infantry Division. They were based in the Philippines. The fighter squadron was based in the Philippines due to a lot of cultural similarities between Mexico and the Philippines. And 10 Mexican airmen died in that conflict, 4 of them in training exercises, and then 1 due to a disease that he contracted when he got to the Philippines. And 4 of the pilots from that fighter squadron eventually became Mexican generals in the Mexican Air Force. They eventually became generals in the Mexican Air Force. So thumbs up to Mexico for their involvement in World War II and helping free particularly my second home, South Korea, from Japanese imperialism. So, hope everybody's doing well. God bless Mexico. God bless USA. Hope everybody's doing well. Take care. God bless them. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.